With that, please welcome Dr. Anand to give a general evaluation.
Chairman, friends, I will attempt to speak slowly. I do not think I will last 10 minutes. It's just a bit. Well, it's an honor to be up here as a general evaluator because, I mean, I've only been here 3 years. I'm only 68 years old. I mean, I'm actually evaluating people who've been around for a long time and very efficiently too. And it's not meant to be a jibe, or whether maybe it is. So the job of a general evaluator is to look at the whole setup, how the evening has been, how it's been collated like a garland of different pieces, whether they fit together. And that's for us to think about. And the role should be assigned to members with considerable experience and proven ability. That's obviously me. I not only have a right, but indeed a duty to disagree. I mean, it's David and Goliath situation. I'm not apologizing, but it's nice to be here up here, and I'm glad you throw people at the deep end from this club, that someone like me who's been around for not that long is able to check on people who've been around for quite a bit. I feel the whole evening was run quite smoothly and efficiently. That's my general impression. It started about 22 seconds late, and it's hurried late. Yeah. Did the program succeed as a whole? I said, of course it is, because why would I come spending 27 minutes each way and 12 miles drive if I didn't enjoy what I came to? And today certainly has been a very enjoyable evening for various reasons, which I will share with you. I think the whole evening went on quite humorously, which is a very strong point about this club. People jibe and tease, and I think that is quite good. I loved Bill Walker's gripe about not phoning him because I didn't. I didn't realize that on Sundays, and I'm learning something from Bill. Even if you don't like something, you don't have to be bilious about it. You can say it smoothly and gently and make everyone feel guilty. So, well done, sir. Congratulations. You did it very well. Because someone like me gets very hot and bothered, and I get so angry I can't speak, you know. But Bill smoothly kept digging it in, digging it in. It felt like a meat on a barbecue skewer. So Bill, well done. No, but I think it's important to point out the negative things and not just say all's well, all's well, all's well. No, it wasn't. We are not here from the evaluator's points of view to actually evaluate the... I'm not here for the topic. I'm here to look at the evaluators themselves. And something I'll say which I truly believe, that I feel that having 3 speeches followed by 3 evaluations is wrong. You don't have 3 cases heard in court and then the judge, Emma would agree, gives the first case. By the time the second case has come, you've forgotten what the first one was. So I would strongly put to this club, if you agree, that after each speech should be the evaluation. Short, sharp sentence on the spot. Otherwise, I've forgotten what happened in the first case. Having said that, Glenn Taylor, I was totally overbowled by you, because it's easy to talk about things and about others. To talk about your own soul and spirit takes a lot of guts. So for the first speech, I think it was absolutely phenomenal. I really can't fault you anywhere. I really think it was very, very strong. So may the good Lord make you carry on. And I'm booking him for Spice FM, because I like someone like him with so much courage. And you're talking about your life, you're talking about your divorce, you're talking about your illness. You didn't necessarily go into any topic, but you said these are not topics that you need to put under the carpet. And I love your spirit. However, when you were judged by Tim Fawcett, I felt Tim was very good and kind to you, but he didn't agree with the content. And Tim, I must say, the content hardly matters. I mean, subjectively, I could like something or not like something. But he talked about rebirth, so I totally agree, being a Hindu. But that's not the issue, you know. His content doesn't matter. It's what how he delivers it. So even if I disagree with what you say about rebirth and all that, it just doesn't matter. It's how you're selling yourself, really. Then John Brown, I have to say, I found you a little flat this time. You're such an ebullient character, and I think I got some ideas. You prepare your speech on the staircase coming up here. But this one you prepared, and I think it was slightly flatter. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as you normally are. You are normally brilliant off the cuff. But today I was like prepared, and I saw you putting sheets of paper away, and I said, oh dear. Because you're very good when you don't prepare. So I think you cooked it a bit too much. That's my feeling. Please correct me later on. Or you can give me a beer after the evening. But typical of you, you put in a lot of humor. You do a lot of introspection, and your words and playing around with words was absolutely brilliant. And I think Matt, another very bright, sparkly, bubbly character, unlike the Coke I just drank, full of effervescence. And Matt did great justice to you. I think Matt was kind to you. Normally Matt can be quite truthful, but today I think he was a little kind to you, because I feel that there's more to you than came out today. Honestly, that's my heartfelt opinion. Richard Hyatt, of course, brilliant guy, and I've lived in Gosford 34 years, and I've never seen that cavern or inside that church, and I promise you, just like Emma, your evaluator, I felt impelled. So whatever you say is full of a lot of detail, you know, you're like the Taj Mahal's filigree, lots of details, but they're so fascinating, you want to possess it. So when I've been to the metro station, I can see you walking up and down and making squares on it and counting the cobwebs on the ceiling and so on. You paint a beautiful picture, and he's even told me on the high street, there's something like the Newcastle tramways sign now. I've really lived them in 34 years, half my life, and I haven't seen it, you know. So thank you very much. But you also have a very unusual sense of humor. You say it with a straight face. You're the only one who doesn't understand your joke, and we all laugh. I love the way you deliver it. So I think the three speeches were completely different, and I enjoyed each one of them. But again, what I have also forgotten to say, Glenn, if this is your first speech, by God, you should carry on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Yeah. And I mean, no one here was bad, but you were exceptional for the first speech to have the courage to talk about the topic you chose, and with such aplomb. So I take my topi, not hat, I take that topi off to you. I think the evaluations were brilliant. Now, the job of an evaluator really is to listen, something I'm not very good at, though I'm a doctor. I just butt in too quickly. Yes, but, no, but, I do that. But by doing evaluation, when I do some of the evaluation, you really zoom in and focus at the language, at the alliterations, at the tonality of the voice, at the pace, the gestures and so on. So really zoom in, because everyone is in a hurry these days. And I think it's an honor to be an evaluator, and even more so to be a general evaluator, because you're really looking. I mean, look at me, I've never written anything for my speeches, but I've got all these sheets printed out today. And I apologize, thank you again for reminding me, from the computer, and I'm writing on them. Now then, and we finished at about 1 hour and a minute. So that was exceptionally well done. I don't know whether you got people telling you, but you did it like that. So I'm very impressed with that, sir. Next we come to the topics. Now, we had two exceptionally seasoned people running the show today. So what's the big deal? You know, we expect that from you guys, you know, us who have joined, I mean, you've been around for quite some time, you've seen the ups and downs of the club and so on. And it is important that people like yourselves are a model for us to copy and watch, and then do it differently, of course. John Brown, I've never seen you so impassioned. You know, full of conquers, and what else did you do? Little mice, I can imagine you doing magic on them, and it really took me to that level. I was quite impressed. You were short of 3 seconds, but it was very impassioned. Joe too. You're amazing, you know. This is your first time, you come in at topics and just carry it away, you know. You got word pictures, I can see your children hassling you, I can see the house cleaning stuff. You really built a very beautiful drama scene that I could be looking into. I was peeping through your window of your house, and how does she carry it off? You really did a wonderful job, and I salute you for that. Bill Walker, what can I say? Bill Walker was full of energy today. Bill Walker usually is the cool guy, you know. He just talks very calmly, but today he was very impassioned, and it's because of his heroes. And it's amazing that you could talk about your hero and he had feet of clay, and Churchill and so on. Because most people don't praise the past, you know, they're politically correct. You know, but I like your passion, which came out on this occasion. And Emma, of course, ran a bit short on time, But to have two kids, you know how to rush around like a loony, trying to please the two kids. And the gloves, I was thinking about my children, you know, when they have those gloves with a string through it. Yeah, it just took me back about 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years, I can't remember now. And you gave a very impassioned speech about the ice on the car. I can get you someone from India who can scrape them at 500.
Thank you.
We need people like that, you know. But why can't our cars be button pressed and the car starts and warms itself? So I think it's very unfair that Emma has to start. Well, Tim Fawcett, again, you were full of passion. The only complaint I have is, for most of the 3 minutes you talk like this. And then suddenly at about 30 seconds before your hands came out. So I don't know why you had your hands stuck in the pocket. I mean, you're full of life and energy. And you really gave me the impression that life begins at 40, 50, whatever you are. School doesn't have to be the wonderful, idyllic time. You make it what you want. I believe you're flying, I believe you're motorbiking, I believe you're doing what the hell you like. And I'm very touched by your passion. Again, it's about passion and self-belief that you sold very well. And Matt, of course, I can't praise him enough because he'll take any topic and make something out of it. And I too hate Simon Cowell because he does know nothing about music. I don't know how he's become the expert. If I meet Simon Cowell, I say, get on the stage and you sing, man. So I totally had that feeling with you. And the way you pulled out something that was what? I think your speech was personal, it was profuse, and it was perfect. With that, I say thank you very much. I enjoyed the evening extremely much.
So thank you, Doc, for your general evaluation. I think you just went over the 10 minutes, but good try, good try.
Actually evaluating people who've been around for a long time and very efficiently too. And it's not meant to be a jibe, or whether maybe it is. So the job of a general evaluator is to look at the whole setup, how the evening has been, how it's been collated like a garland of different pieces, whether they fit together. And that's for us to think about. And the role should be assigned to members with considerable experience and proven ability. That's obviously me. I not only have a right, but indeed a duty to disagree. I mean, it's David and Goliath situation. I'm not apologizing, but it's nice to be here, up here. And I'm glad you throw people at the deep end from this club, that someone like me who's been around for not that long is able to check on people who've been around for quite a bit. I feel the whole evening was run quite smoothly. And friends, I will attempt to speak slowly. I do not think I will last 10 minutes. It's just well, it's an honor to be up here as a general evaluator because, I mean, I've only been here 3 years. I'm only 68 years old. I mean, I'm
With that, please welcome Dr. Anand to give a general evaluation.
Chairman,